I'm live. Yep, I should hope so. How are we, people? The Mad Pieman is back. Had a little bit of a practice run before. I don't know if anybody caught it or not. Probably not. There was only 4 people watching at the peak, and that dropped off rather quickly. And only one person could be bothered chatting to me, so I gave that up. Oh, we got one. How are we going, people? Who's that? Who's there? Don't be shy. Yeah, it's all good. If you don't know who I am, I might look a bit strange. But I trust you, I won't bite. What is going on? Who is it? I'll wait for someone else, don't you? Oh no, don't blame you. I'm the same. Don't want to be first. No one wants to be first, do they? So here we are in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm back after my 90+ day hiatus after receiving a strike on a 30-second video that probably 30 people viewed. And yes, finally. Yes, you don't want to upset anyone because you'll get a strike. And once you get a strike, no live streams for 90-something days. It says 90, but it's always more than 90. What a surprise. Scroogle don't love us. You can't trust them. What do you do? So, on the Carls, end of the week, Friday. Hey, Imminent Thread, how are you, buddy? Good to see you here. What's going on? Anyway, I'll just have a bit of a quick read through of what I've been catching up with in the last couple of days. Gandalf the White, he had a live stream. Good, mate, good to see. Good to see you. He had a live stream that I missed. Yeah, not bad, mate. Getting older, as you could probably tell by the grey hairs. Goes with my jumper. I'm trying to make it all blend in so it doesn't stand out so much. I missed Gandalf. He had a live stream. Missed out on that. Quick shout out to Mari. If Mari's listening, hi Mari. If you're watching this later, that's all good. Rufus Cat had a good video about a UFO experience. That's Rufus Cat. Whose name? Oh, Rufus Cat 2. Whose name? Sorry. Crow 777, episode 105. Plants are the carriers of life essence. Medicine from plants. That was very good, very interesting. I had an interview with a guy who's a well-researched cannabis expert on medicinal properties. It was very interesting. Shout out to Nicole Cook's Amazing Talking Things. If you haven't checked it out, check that out. It's well worth it. Truth in Your Face has a new identity. You'll have to check that out yourself. YouTube story, China to 3. Shout out to you, mate. Established 1983. What's up? His walk and talks are always good. I appreciate them. Woodrow Wobbles, he's been putting out some good videos. Woodrow Wobbles 2. He had a compilation with Anaconda Malt Liquor. And I've just titled it Sheep Tales. You might want to check that one out. That's not the title of the video, but that's what I called it. Chuck P again. He had a good video not long ago, about a day ago. Bad Actors Plain Story Sucks. That's what I titled it. You want to check him out? Anthony 2B, Channel 10. Comedy gold every time, mate. Never fails to make me laugh, Anthony 2B. You're a funny man. And shout outs to Break the Matrix for his live streams. You want to get onto that? Definitely. very entertaining and informative. Calvin Shit Talk, it's not very informative, but very entertaining. And Quantum of Conscience. He's been putting out some good stuff lately. Just talking about the way things are going in the world and his opinion on the way he sees things going. He's got a good sense of humour and, he's very well thought. He puts a lot of thought into a lot of everything that he talks about. Yeah, he's very good. So who else have we got here? Apart from Imminent Threat. Who else is there? There's two. There's another Shybee. Oh, I don't know. Doesn't pay to be a wilting flower or a wallflower, is it the term? I think it is. So we've got two. Oh yeah, we had a day off in the middle of the week this week on Wednesday. Due to it falling on Anzac Day, which is a day where we commemorate blood sacrifice, when our troops, Australian troops and New Zealand troops, hence the name Anzac, were sent to Gallipoli Cove in Turkey to the slaughter. And we commemorate that for some reason. It's all got to do with Australian tradition of mateship and all that sort of thing, which is good, and that's, what we base our culture on, what we have that's left of it. But really, that's not what it's about. No, it's not what it's about. It's about psychopaths commemorating blood sacrifice. Any way they can do it, they don't care. It's all about low energy, low frequency and energy, bringing it all down. Because they feed off our energy, because they're psychopaths. Only one. Geez, I'm not doing too well. You disappear for 3 months and look what happens. Everybody forgets who you are. Oh, jeez. We'll give it a crack this time. I won't cut it off early like I did the last one. And deleted it. Because nobody loved me. It's alright. It's all good. I can deal with it. I'm a big boy. I'm just happy that I've got it back. It's grouse. I'll get a bit more technologically advanced. I might even work out how to have people actually talk to me. Not just chat. But I'll take anything I can get. It's all good. So, feel free to chime in. He's still there, Imminent Threat. Is that you? I hope it's you and not Mike. Because I know Mike won't talk to me. He won't say anything fucking nice anyway. Oh, good on you, mate. You're American, yeah? Oh, no drama, man. Cool. Can't hold you to that, mate. You gotta go. You were my audience of one. I appreciate it anyway, brother. Thank you for that. I'll just hang around here and talk to myself for a bit longer. Have a good day. Don't work too hard, mate. Yes. I probably am on the wrong end of the time spectrum, aren't I? You're in a hurry. Yeah, that's the way. I live very close to my work, so I'm never in a hurry. Even if I'm running late, I don't care, because I'm only 5 minutes away. But yeah, gotta do what you gotta do, don't we? What do you do for a crust, mate? Oh. Yeah, mate. Not too bad. As good as can be expected. She hadn't been working for a couple of months. She's just got a job, so... You're in the swimming pool industry. Oh, yeah. It's the right time of the year for that. You're in the Northern Hemisphere, for sure. You're starting to get busy now, wouldn't it? You're in the spring. Yeah, man, yeah. It was more about her self-happiness, you know what I mean? She was getting bored sitting around the house, doing nothing. So, yeah. Year round, fuck. Ball busting, mate. I hope the money's there for you, man. Well, it must be your business, is it? 7 days a week. You wouldn't do that for someone else, would you? Yeah, just a job. Fuck, man, you must be the breadwinner, yeah? Fuck, you got to have a day off, mate. That's no good. 7 days a week, fuck. I think fucking 5.5's fucking terrible. 5's bad enough. Oh, we've got a new customer. Welcome aboard. It is your business. Ah, yeah, good work, brother. That's fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you wouldn't want to do 7 days a week for someone else. Fuck that. You must have one good holiday a year, do you? A nice big one. Go somewhere special. Christmas if you're lucky. Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be many people swimming at Christmas, mate, in the Northern Hemisphere, would there? Or indoor pools, I suppose. You got indoor pools, haven't you? Yeah. Didn't think about that. You'd probably do spas and indoor lap pools if you got lap pools up there. That's a bit of a thing down here. People with small backyards, they get what they call lap pools. They're probably, I don't know, 15 metres long, 10 to 15 metres long. Which is like 40, 50 foot. Not that long. Yeah, maybe 40 foot max. And yeah, it's got like a wave action coming towards you. And you can just swim in a stationary spot. You don't actually go anywhere, but you can swim. It's just called a lap pool. A lot of them are like undercover, under pergolas. Indoors if you got the room. Mostly for rich people. Poor people don't get them. I think they cost more than a normal pool. Yeah, it's a big industry. Pool tiling's a big industry in Australia. I know people that do that for a living. Any type of tiling, I suppose. Yeah. You're the boss, mate. It's all good. Yep, that's good, man. Could be worse, yeah. Well, at least you don't have to answer to anybody else, mate. You're the boss. So that's the best way it can be, isn't it? You just got to keep your customers happy, mate. That's all. Yeah, my job's all right. I work in the building industry, but I'm not a builder or a tradesman. But I supply frames for houses, prefabricated frames, all made out of timber. and got a stealth fucking police helicopter fucking flying over my house again. Well, gotta love it. Yeah, good bunch of people that I work with. It's a fairly high pressure environment. I've worked in worse, but it's pretty high pressure. And I'm a bit of a gopher. I have to fix problems and do deliveries and organise shit. I don't really have a title. I'm sort of been there 14 years and I'm... Oh, yeah? Yeah, sweet, yeah. Yeah, it's a big industry here. Nobody pitches houses, well, roofs for houses in Australia anymore. That stopped in the 80s, mid-80s, and it all became prefabricated. So you got a whole generation of so-called carpenters who just put frames up that are already made, so they just stand them up and nail them together. It's a piece of piss. Everything's just like everything's numbered, and yeah, it's got a plan where everything goes. Anybody can put it up. Just have to have a carpenter sign it off for the building approval, you know. Yeah, same deal. Yeah. That's why they go up so quick, mate, new houses. I don't know how long it takes there, but they can put a house up in like 6 to 8 weeks from nothing, mate. Whole house finished. Surprisingly, the quality's not that good. You're far better buying an older house because they were made properly, you know. Concrete slabs are big in Australia. A lot of houses are built just on a concrete slab. But the problem with new houses is they don't let the slab cure. Days! Fucking days! Fuck. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, man. Yeah, so the concrete slab's supposed to be left to cure, you know. You're supposed to leave it for it should be like a week, 2 weeks maybe, the max, you know. So fucking it goes off, it goes hard, it's, you know, and whatever you build on top of it's not going to move, especially the brickwork. You know, 99% of houses that are built in Australia that are new, they use a brick facade, you know. But if the slab moves, because it hasn't dried, hasn't cured, you know, then the bricks crack in the wall, you know. That happens on every new house. Particle board, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, that's nasty, man. Yeah, concrete blocks, yeah. Yeah, that's solid, mate. They won't move. Yeah. Particle board, fucking hell. We don't even use that for flooring, man. That's shit. That's what they build cheap furniture out of, man. Yeah. Like building standards must be pretty low, huh? Just knock them up. We've got the Agenda 21 pack and stack apartments, mate. They're happening here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Everything's coming from China, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm noticing, the pack and stack apartments more and more, mate. Every major intersection, you see them, pretty much. They're starting to build them on train lines, you know. I don't know where our FEMA camps are, but they're building their pack and stack apartments on train lines, man. Yeah. It's not good. So what state are you in, man? Yeah, doing pack and stacks, yeah. So you're in the pool industry, would you be in the southern states? Florida, what a guess. I was going to say that next. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you would be year round, wouldn't you? There's no winter there. Much like Queensland and Australia, mate. It's always hot. Cold's like 25 degrees Celsius, which would be, what's that? I'm guessing, no. I'm guessing like 75, 80 degrees, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold in Queensland, man. 70, I'd say 70 would be cold, at a guess. Not sure about the conversion. But, you know, average would be probably in the 30s, 30 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, that's probably 80, I suppose. Probably 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's average. And, yeah, high humidity. You get seasons, yeah. You're not going to see. Oh, you're in the north of the state. Oh, yeah, okay. It is a big state, isn't it? Fair enough. So you do get a bit of cold. Oh, Jacksonville. Yep. I'm familiar. I know the name of that town, yeah. I think there's been a psyop or two there, isn't there? I've got a feeling. Isn't there fucking some school shooting or some shit there? Oh, yeah. That rings a bell with me. Oh, the Pulse was Orlando, wasn't it? Yeah, Orlando. Orlando's more south, yeah? Hey, like Florida. I'm not up with these inverted commas, man. I know it means something. I haven't worked it out. Okay. Yeah, we're coming into the shit weather now. It's starting to get cold. Everyone's getting sick. Ah, okay. I'm with you. Right. I'm on you. I'm on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's why they will go and retire, isn't it? All the scumbags go and retire there. Is that Flow Rider guy still going, is he? The singer? Oh, that was fucking bullshit, mate. What a joke. Hi, Mari. Good to see you. G'day. Yeah, that's how we talk. G'day. What's that? Imminent threat? What are you saying? That school shooting was fucking crap, man. Absolute shit. Chazerable. Hey, bud. Yeah, I've had a couple of them. What have I been chatting about? Not a lot, Mari. Just dribbling to myself mostly, and a bit with imminent threat. He's been chatting away to me about the pool industry. Crazy bastards. You're like me, mate. Obviously like a laugh. What's going on, Mari? How's life treating you? I've been on some of your live streams, but you don't talk to anyone. You just talk to yourself. Simple. Keep it simple, stupid. How's the weather up there? Is it alright? Still not cold yet? Your own best friend. Sorry, man, I missed it. My girlfriend's spying on me. She's not doing a very good job, though. I can see her through the curtain. Yeah, it's starting to get cold. It's starting to get cold here, too. Yeah, turning to shit. I can see you. Yeah, everybody's, a few people are starting to get sick. Cold. What do I call cold? Probably not as cold as where you are, brother. But, oh, here you're probably looking at 20 degrees Fahrenheit would be cold. The coldest that it get. Just about 0 in centigrade. I think that's about right. Something like that. At a guess, from what I can work out. Doesn't snow. You have to go to the mountains to get snow. It has to be... Yeah, 0. You reckon 0 is cold? In some places it gets colder than that, man. If you got snow, you got to have like -10, -15 Celsius. But yeah, 0 is about as cold as it gets. But yeah, usually just miserable. We'll get rain and wind and rain. I do type Murray. Yeah, it does. I'm right at the bottom, mate. Right at the bottom. If you go any further south, you have to go across the ocean a little bit. It's called Bass Strait, and then you get to Tasmania, where the Tasmanian devil comes from. You know, the guy that spins around in the cartoons. That's the Tasmanian devil. Turn the light back on, man. Jeez. Yeah, that's as far south as you. We're at the bottom of the continent, the main continent. Not too far from Antarctica. I think the only part of a continent that's lower than Australia, where we live, is the bottom of South Africa, which is what's it called, Cape Horn, I think it's called. Bottom of South Africa. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Tasmania's beautiful. It's for people who don't know, it's natural wilderness. It's just beauty everywhere. Not many people live there. They're all spread out. There's only like 2 capital cities. One that's got people. Well, the other one probably doesn't have that many. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not around here. We get spiders, but we don't get snakes. You only get snakes when it's really hot. I'm talking to people live. Different people all over the world. Yeah. Spiders, yeah, you get spiders everywhere, don't we, Murray? Where Murray lives, you get snakes. You get snakes all the time because it's hotter. She's up about the middle of the east coast. I'm at the bottom. You have to go in the bush when it's hot and you'll find snakes here. But even if there's long grass, if it's hot enough, you'll find them. Yeah, you don't see them in winter. Yeah, Greenland. Wow. That's a long way to go for a job, man. Or they live there. I hope they live there. Oh, they just moved there, yeah. Oh, I think you got some worse ones, man. Yeah, good people, sweet. Yeah, we don't get scorpions, and we don't get fucking rattlesnakes, and yeah, we do have a lot of deadly shit, but you know, yeah, it's in the bush, as Mari said. That's right. all the people and noise and cars, they scare most of the fucking nasty shit away. We have scorpions, yeah, we probably do, but yeah. I think we have, out of the politicians, that's a good one. Yeah, they'll sting you. A little one, yeah. Yeah, I think we do have most of the fucking most deadly fucking snakes and spiders in the world. Yeah, I know, it is true. Yeah, you caught one in the garden. Wow. But yeah, most of the big spiders you see, they're harmless. Little rock scorpions, yeah. Yeah, we have really small spiders, which are dangerous. They're venomous. They probably won't kill you, but they're venomous. They're called redbacks. They're very common. They're a tiny little black spider with a red stripe on its back. The females are the poisonous ones. They're the big ones. They're still small, but it's got a bigger sack on their back. Then we've got massive spiders called huntsmans. Funnel webs, yeah. Yeah, funnel webs are bad. They're in warmer climates than Victoria. We don't get them. They're in New South Wales, Sydney upwards, close to where Mari lives. They're pretty deadly. Yeah. Oh yeah, redbacks. They go everywhere. Yeah. They'll usually bite people on the arse. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. They're everywhere, Mari. Redbacks. Yeah. They're very prevalent here, though. And what was I saying? The other big fucking hairy spiders, but they don't hurt you. Most of them. Geez, I wouldn't say many. I'm sure people do, but it's not a major problem. Yeah, snakes. Snakes are probably more dangerous. Brown snakes, black snakes, red belly, black snakes. What else have we got? Taipan. There's a few different types. We don't have any cobras. Sharks, yeah. We're surrounded by water. We can't get away from the fucking things. They're everywhere. Yeah, we call them white pointers or Noahs. The adder. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of roadkill. Yeah. Jellyfish. Oh, yeah. Nah, too. How are you? Nah. Yeah, we got some poisonous jellyfish. What are they called? Blue ring octopus, and then there's a box jellyfish. Yeah, I think the blue ring is a deadly one, but the box jellyfish, yeah, that'll just give you a nasty sting, and yeah, like 3rd-degree burns when the tentacles hit you. A lot of nasty shit. Not all is deadly. Oh yeah, good mate. Good nah. Yeah, you have to watch out for the kangaroos, for sure, Murray. Kangaroos will destroy your car. Like running into a... Yeah, well, they're huge. They can get up to like 150 kilos. So, you know, say 300 pounds. You run into something that's 300 pounds with your car, it's going to make a mess. Even wombats, you can hit a wombat, it'd be like running over a big rock. No, kangaroos in general aren't aggressive. The males can be. The big ones. Big, angry male ones. Usually the nastiest ones would be the red, they're called big reds. They're usually in Queensland, those ones. But yeah, the big males, they can be... what do you call it? They look after their territorial. Yeah, territorial. That's the word, Mary. Yes. They look after their family, you know. Good on you, Eminent. Nice to chat to you, buddy. Have a good day. Yeah, you do see some dickheads try and fight kangaroos. Good to see you too, mate. Have a good one. Yeah, some people try and pick fights with them because they box. Naturally, they box. But that's not what you've got to worry about. You've got to worry about when they kick you. Because that's the part that'll hurt. The boxing part's not hard. If you throw some seeds on the side of the road, you'll grow a bush. That'd be nice. We've got plenty of bush. That's true. Need some good soil, just throw it out the window and hope you grow a bush. Bush was big in the 70s, wasn't it, Murray? I know what you mean. I know what sort of bush you're talking about. Yeah, Nimbin, that's the spot. Yeah, I might retire there, Murray, with any luck. That's the weed capital of Australia. That's where it all happens. That's where all the hippies live. Never thought I'd call myself a hippie, but yep, I'm on the way. Yeah, they have a big festival there every year. People come from all over Australia, probably all over the world as well. Big weed festival. They have a march down the main street. Yeah, Byron Bay are twins in culture. Yeah. You're immigrating. Yeah. I've driven past it, but I've never been there. I was very disappointed. I actually drove past Byron Bay. I didn't know where Nimbin was at that time, but yeah. Byron Bay is a good spot too, I've heard. My mate had his honeymoon there not long ago. All organic food. Everybody's health conscious. Everybody's aware of what's going on. Yeah, that's what my mate was telling me, Murray. Yeah, he said they know everything that's going on. They know all about Monsanto and GMO and all that shit, and they're fully health conscious. Everything's natural. They grow all their own food. They raise all their own animals. Even though they're the people at the restaurants, that they're all connected. Everything's natural. It's all spot on. Awaken people. But yeah, Byron Bay, you need to. Yeah, there's nowhere cheap to stay there. It's become a bit of a yuppie town, isn't it, Murray? That's what I heard. I hear about a lot of celebrities moving up there. Jeez. Anyway, I'm back because I think they're used against us, Murray, not for us, the ley lines. They use their power. All the pyramids are on ley lines. Yeah, it's interesting shit, that. Oh, yeah, crystals. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't think that's the crystals that are drawing people there. I think it might be the fucking lifestyle. But yeah, crystals are, yeah, I'm starting to look into that. Yeah. There's definitely something to it. It's funny that Peter Brock lost his business because of that. The energy polarizer that he put into his car. Do you remember that, Murray? Yeah. Transient place, yeah. A lot of people coming and going, yeah. Yeah, Stonehenge. Yeah, that's interesting, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's been taken over, is it? That doesn't surprise me. Have you got hipsters there? Hipsters are very sad, mate. They think they're enlightened, but they don't know shit. They're just all about their natural chai lattes and tight jeans and long beards. Yeah, if anybody was wondering, I'm not a hipster. Fucking don't ever fucking think that. Please. That is a thing worldwide, isn't it? It's not just here. It's taken off in Australia. All these wankers. They dress they, they dress like they're, I don't know, the top half's like they're yuppies, yeah. It's a new yuppie, that's right. Yeah, the top half they dress like they're fucking lumberjacks. And they wear super tight pants. Yeah, they're full on into mainstream. Yeah, they're all social justice warriors, all this shit. Think they're fucking making a difference. It's like all these dickheads I drive fucking pretty regularly. Sorry, I'm swearing too much. For work, driving a small truck. And I see all these, what's the Greenpeace, what's the fucking shit called? The Sea Shepherd stickers. It's a skull and crossbones. Skull and crossbones. People don't know what the fuck that means. I'm swearing again. You know, skull and bones. I've got no idea. Everyone's got it on the back of their car. Save the whales. You know, the skull and bones are going to save the whales. It's ridiculous. Not as funny as when I see NASA stickers on the back of cars. Oh, man. That kills me, NASA. Hilarious. Who's here? What's going on? So we got somebody from England. We've got Mari. So, no. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with that, Mari. The whale beaching. I don't think that's a natural phenomena. I really don't. I think that's engineered. Using technology, you know what I mean? Because we know they use sonar. So something's throwing their sonar off. It's probably got something to do with the, you know, the weather manipulation. Chemtrails. Oh, there's a lot of things you don't hear about, Mario. I didn't hear about that, but I don't watch TV anymore. Yeah, if I do, it's with the volume down. That's bad enough. Usually just news or sport. Yeah, so I can't deal with TV. It's just one shit show to another, isn't it? Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good on you. Yeah, I was late to the party. Yeah. I think I think a lot of people are going to Netflix, you know, and streaming services to watch, you know, new TV shows, movie miniseries and stuff like that. That can be good. You get a bit of hidden knowledge. Lucy. Oh, did you? The movie Lucy. Yeah, I think the show like Stranger Things, I've heard about it, you know, and there's a couple other ones. Yeah, I know. I don't blame you, no. Fucking they started trying to charge me to fucking have a TV in my house, mate. I'd tell them to stick it up their ass as well. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't watch movies either. Yeah, The Interview. Not for me. I think I might have heard of that. No, I don't know what that is. But yeah, I can't get into any of it. Reality TV does my head in too. It's just drama. It doesn't matter if it's a medical show or it's a fucking fashion show or a fucking home improvement show. It's all about drama. Personalities. Clash of personalities. And Gogglebox. What the fuck? Let's make a TV show about people watching TV. What a great idea. And people watch it. I caught my girlfriend watching it the other day. I said, what the hell are you watching this shit for? People just want to be entertained. They just want to be entertained, and they just love drama. They love it. Clash of personalities. Who's the biggest wanker in the house? I noticed that when this Big Brother shit started, I thought, this show's weird. What's this all about? Oh, people living in a house and they're all being filmed, and I worked it out pretty quickly, you know, after the first time they ever had it on TV. But it was just like the biggest douchebag wins, you know. Who can screw the most people over and lie and cheat and steal? You win. You're the winner. Fucking what? Yeah. Oh, religion's still up there. People still brainwashed into that. All segregated in their little boxes, hating the other little boxes that are pretty much the same little box, just with a different brand on it. You know. Divide, divide, divide. Make these ones hate these ones. Black versus white, Christian versus Muslim. Divide, 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 divide. Every way they can. Men versus women. How's this transgender shit? 36 different genders now. Yeah, good to see you too, Natu. Take it easy. Chat next time, mate. Yeah, it's all about conflict, drama. It's all bullshit. Keep that vibration down, keep the frequency low, keep everybody in a lower state of existence. Yeah. Yeah, it is cancer, man. You're not wrong. Fucking, you know, it's not leading us into anything good. Just further and further down the shithole. Yeah, 36 different genders now. Yeah, I was watching Pockets of the Future, and he was going through the list of all these different genders. Every description sounded like a mental disease, you know, because that's what they are. In case they haven't worked it out yet, you've got a mental illness. We're not mentally ill. We're switched on. We're aware, and we're observing the mental illnesses being rolled out. You know, believe you have to. You can be anything you want, anything. You name it. 36. That's just probably the recommended. You know, you could just make any shit up. It's ridiculous. Sure, they will be medicated for it too. Oh, sorry, Murray. Oh, you're still here. I don't know what's going on, but mine looks pretty good. Do I look all right? I'm not blocky. Oh, yeah. Cool, Murray. So for anybody who doesn't know, all right, the shit not the shit. The live stream that you have to check out, right, which I was going to say is the shit, because it's funny as, a lot of funny people and good people, is on Kelvin. Whoa, that's no good. I'll wait till people are back. I've still got 4 people here. If anybody can hear me, Kelvin, 1976. Jeez. I've upset all the transgenders. That's what it is. They're all attacking me. So Kelvin, 1976, shit talk. And that'll be on. What time have we got now? I've got no idea what the time is. It's our time. I think it'll be on about 4:30 in the morning, Australian time, Eastern Standard Time in Australia. 4:35, something like that. Well worth it. Break the Matrix is he's on there. Shit, lol, dick butt. You got Joey from Dorchester. Who else is on there? A few good people, a lot of good people in the chat. They're the ones that'll be on there though. Kelvin, yeah, Kelvin's a funny bastard. And shit, lol, dick butt. They both give each other shit. They're both pretty funny. And yeah, it's a good show. So make sure you check that out. I'll wake up early enough. I should be right. No serious topics are allowed. It's just utter shit talk. And mostly just hanging shit on Kelvin, because that's the best part. Yeah, Woodrow Wobbles. Woodrow Wobbles gets on there. He's the one who recommended it to me. Hopefully he'll be there. Woodrow Wobbles 2. Okay, what else is going on? So did anybody see that van attack in Toronto? And the after the fake van attack, when someone had pulled off the bumper bar and the headlights and the grille, and the so-called assailant was having a Mexican standoff with the police officer, and just kept pointing guns. He's pointing his gun, and the cop's pointing his gun, and then the cop said, hold on a minute. He went to his car and turned his siren off, and he come back out and he goes, get on the ground, get on the ground. And then the assailant pulled another gun out and did a quick draw, and the cop didn't shoot him. It just went on for like 2 minutes. That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure if you point a gun at a cop, yeah, and a kind of motley go, I know him, mate. He's a great bloke. Yes, I do. Had a few beers with him at the pub, mate. Young and Jackson's in the city. He's a great bloke. A real person and a great bloke. Yeah, he doesn't do YouTube anymore, not really. He just drops suggestions for people to go and watch his videos on 153 net. That's where he is now. He just got kicked off of YouTube too many times. He's like PK. All good people. I know all of them, mate. They're all good. We're all from Melbourne. It's a hot spot, mate, Melbourne. I'm sure of it. I only know 2 people in Sydney that do anything. Yeah, I know him, mate. Yeah, he's on 153, mate. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, he's a great bloke. Exactly the way he comes across on his videos, the way he talks, that's exactly how he talks in real life, mate. He's a 100% genuine person. Another good one, small channel, Truth in Your Face. He does some excellent work, mate. He makes short videos, but they're very funny. It's very entertaining. He's actually my neighbour. We live in the same street, but he hasn't come over yet. I'm still waiting. One day. He's a DJ. Does karaoke and DJs. Was that Anaconda you're talking about? Chusarian? Oh, yeah. Yeah, PK got fucking... He had problems, all right. Yeah, it was after he made a... Yeah, Anaconda, yeah. Yeah, no, he's a good bloke, mate. Yeah, PK had problems after he made the video about the fake funeral. The fake funeral for the beach whale. No, the beach whale didn't die. It's a fake funeral for one of the kids that didn't die. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It was already up. It was already on the internet. It's not like he hacked the fucking website. It was in the public domain. But, yeah, they were obviously part of it, a big part of it. The Bluish, the Smurfs. Oh, yeah. That's right, mate. You're spot on. That's right. You're not going to get attacked if you're not saying anything important, are you? The video that I got a strike for was about the Burke Street incident. All I did is I filmed 2 stickers that were on my fridge. One sticker said, flying baby, 150 metres, LOL. And the other sticker was, bullshit, nobody died, nobody got hurt. And there was a picture of Jimmy doing donuts. Sorry, Mara, I didn't have time to read all of that. Disappears on me. Yeah, it was a 30-second video. And I'm pretty sure that I'll put it up the day before the anniversary. And I called it Happy Hoaxiversary, Melbourne. And I think that might have been the reason that I got a strike. Because I put hoax in the fucking title. That might have had something to do with it. Plus, yeah, it was sensitive. The fluctuation. Sorry, Mari. I'm not onto what you're talking about. Something about volcanic action. I'm making you type it again. You're getting esoteric. Ah, nice. I like that. Yeah, there's always another meaning, isn't there? There's double meanings to everything. Yeah, it's amazing how many people get attacked when nobody's watching. Apparently nobody's watching and nobody cares. Yeah, really? Okay. I'm not originally from here, but yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people. I mean, you look at the population of Sydney. And it's a lot bigger than Melbourne. Probably 2 million more people. And it amazes me there's only 2 people who do anything that I know of. Comment, make videos, anything. And here, Melbourne, it's crazy. There's, off the top of my head, there'd be 10, 12, you know what I mean? A few have dropped off, but there's a lot of people who comment too that live here as well. Yeah, that's right, Murray, that's true. Yeah. There is a lot of inspirational artists, yeah. Wealthy in artistic expression. Well, we are a cultural hub too, yeah, that's true. But, yeah, we have a lot of stage shows and all that sort of thing going on, a lot of music, art galleries, yeah. all of that. We haven't got an opera house though. Sydney Harbour is probably the most, iconic part of Australia, isn't it? People overseas know what Sydney looks like. Yeah, but yeah, as a city, you wouldn't want to live there. It's a nice place to visit. Sydney Harbour's beautiful. Yeah, yeah. It's very corporatized. It's very fast. Everybody's trying to get ahead. It's dog eat dog. Yeah, yeah. Sydney Opera House is rock. Yeah, yeah. I think you might be right there, Murray. There's a lot of parts of Melbourne that are very artistic too. Suburbs, Fitzroy, Collingwood, St Kilda, parts of the mountains, the Dandenongs. Yeah, Ayers Rock, Uluru. Yeah, that's the heart of Australia. That's right in the middle. Doesn't get any more central than that. Yeah, I know, you can't call it Ayers Rock. That's right. Uluru. It was returned to the native owners. The Aboriginals are in control of Uluru now. That's why they don't want people climbing on it anymore. Everybody used to climb on it. That's where a dingo got my baby happened. Or didn't. I'm more inclined to think that it didn't. I think it was just a made-up story for TV. Yeah. I never believed that she was guilty. Yeah, oh yeah, Murray. They're still not free, are they? They should be free to live the way they want to, but they're not. They still have to pay tax, and the government gives them a job. If they don't have a job, then they have to get paid by the government, and then the government owns their ass. And then the government tells them what they can spend their money on, and they get a welfare card, and they don't allowed to have any money. Because they're not allowed to have any alcohol. No alcohol, no money. You get a welfare card. Because you're free. You're right. Yeah, stealing their land, yeah, all of that. But where they tell them they can live, they don't maintain it. They just leave them to their own devices, and yeah, well, the places, a lot of the places there before, well, I don't know if it's all the same now, but they had money, plenty of spare time, nothing to spend money on except alcohol. So that's what they did. And yeah. Yeah, they should just be left to their own devices, Mari, shouldn't they? We should have just left them alone, like all the other native people of the world that were forced to acclimatise, or it's not acclimatised, forced to become the same as white people, to be colonised. They weren't allowed to keep their own culture and their languages, and they had to be white. You had to go along to get along. And if you didn't, they stole your children, because you couldn't look after them properly because you were savages. So a lot of them were brought up with white families. A lot of that happened. Yeah. Colonisation, mate. I mean, without it, I wouldn't be here, All the white people, we all came from somewhere else. We're a convict colony. That's how we started. The jails were full in England, so they put it all on a boat and sent them over here. That's how Sydney started. It was a convict settlement. And then after they'd served their time, they were given money and told to go and make their own way. They could buy their own land, build their own house, grow their own crops. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, people were put on boats and sent here for stealing a loaf of bread, apples, because they were hungry. They had to fill the jails from the same crap that's still going on today. You know, got to keep the jails full. Ridiculous. That's where we come from. Yep. Yep. Gotta build that wall. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, it's the same with everything else, isn't it? I talk about legalising cannabis, you know, but what does legalisation? What does that what does that encapsulate? It's just more government regulation, tax control, GMO seed, Monsanto being involved. You know, it's not going to lead us anywhere good. Government has to be involved, mate. They've always got to be involved. They've got to control it. It's mind control. Control the mind. Govern the mental. Government. That's what it means. And they're not in control. We believed that for a while. We've worked it out now. They're not in charge. They're just the puppets. They're just the puppets. Their strings are being pulled to create the reality for us. They're not working for us. They never have been. When I worked out Bob Hawke sold Australia out with the Australia Act in 1986. Bob Hawke was the king, mate, in 1986. Everybody loved Bob Hawke. Thought he was the best Prime Minister in history. When we won the America's Cup, remember that, Murray? Any boss who doesn't give you the day off is a mug. That's what he said when he was wearing his bicentennial jacket. I always believed in the working class union, party, political party, the Labor Party. Thought they cared about the workers. The new Finn. Always voted for him, but you know, in the end, it doesn't matter. Because when you understand how the systems work, it's the same all over the world, isn't it? It's a two-party system. Everywhere's a two-party system. Gives you the illusion of choice. Oh yeah, Bob Hawke came out, Murray, and he said, any boss that doesn't give you the day off, tell him he's a mug. That's what he said. That's famous, a famous quote by Bob Hawke. The day we won the America's Cup. It's always the red or the blue. Every two-party system in the world, one's red, one's blue. Coke or Pepsi. And when you combine red and blue, you get purple, which is the colour of the third eye, the higher mind. That's why newsreaders wear a purple tie or a purple dress when they're trying to convince you of something. It's mind control. But they're not working together. You get a choice. Got a stealth helicopter. Check this out. You won't be able to see it. There we go. Bit of cam, action cam. That's right, Murray. Yep. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around for a minute. Can I? Can I? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm tripping over here. See the wanker? There he is. Stealth mode. not very stealthy, eh? I can fucking hear him. Look at him. It's out of focus. Wanker. Always flying over my house, mate. Piss me off. It's gone out of focus. He looks like an orb now. Keep going, dickhead. Oh, fucking ass. Right. Don't worry about that shit. Fucking annoying. Invisible cargo. Yeah. He'll be back. Can't help himself. It's amazing how they fly around for 3 hours, you know, and they still can't find the person they're looking for. But they still keep flying over your house, around and around and around. I think they're gone. Whoever you were looking for, they're not here anymore. 3 hours is probably enough time for them to get away, I reckon. They really love my suburb, I tell you. They love it. Did I? Oh, they hacked me. Maybe they did. Oh, am I still here? Oh. They're doing another lap. I'll be back. I'm being gang stalked. They got me. I'm being gang stalked. I'm not making light of that. I do think that's a real thing, all right? Good to talk to you, Treasurable. I can't pronounce your name, but good to see you here. We'll chat again another time. All right. And then there were 6, but only 1 talking to me. Yep. So, yeah, my name's Mad Pie Man, obviously. And the reason for it is, this is my football team. See that? Magpies. See? So I even got the matching beard. See? That's why I'm Mad Pie Man. So, what else is going on? Oh, homegrown, innocent boys. Yeah, that's why. That's my football team. Yeah, that's right. Western Sydney, that's right. They're Magpies as well. In rugby league, Australian Rugby League, NRL, it's called. They're not Magpies anymore, though, are they? No, you don't follow it, Murray. Good for you. It's a lot of wasted energy. Wasted and stolen energy. And people will put up with anything to see their team play, you know. It's crazy. Bag searches, and soon there's going to be body scanners. No one's allowed to park in the car park. Then they're going to want you to bring clear plastic bags like they have in America to major sporting events there. Going to bring the same shit in here. I'm over it. I don't know what's the difference. No difference. They're both hot. Is that the answer? 25, man. Nice one. Yeah, we're not that shit, actually. We're pretty good, usually. Suicide bombers, they'll pick your eyes out, though. It's a pretty ferocious bird, the magpie. Yeah, if they don't like you, they like to peck people in the back of the head. When it's breeding season in spring, which is September, October here. They're very protective of their nest and their babies. If you go anywhere near their tree, even if you don't know there's a tree with a baby nest in it, if you just happen to be walking past or riding a bike, they will attack you, usually from behind when you can't see them coming. And you'll just hear whoosh. That's if they don't hit you in the head with their beak. Got no idea if I'm charging. Oh, it's 11. Got no idea. I don't know if I'm charging or not. Oh, well. Oh, back to 5. They're great birds. Yeah, they're beautiful birds. I feed them at my work. They sing every morning when the sun comes up. They've got
How long are you gonna be there?
big families. I don't know.
All night.
I'm hoping I get some more people. It's Friday night, man. It's Friday night here. It's Thursday lunchtime everywhere else, I think.
Inside.
That'd be right, wouldn't it? Thursday lunchtime? Not even Thursday lunchtime yet. Maybe. Morning. Thursday morning, everywhere else. People are still working. Friday lunchtime, there you go. Friday lunchtime, yep. Oh, at least you're on the same day. You're not that far behind us. Who said they were backwards in England? How was your 420 homegrown? Did you celebrate? Every day's 420 for me. It's not homegrown either. Still good though. I did celebrate. I celebrated twice on 420. I didn't go to the city though. I had a smoke with a couple of mates from work to celebrate, and then the next morning when it was 420 everywhere else, yes, Murray, that's very deep. They're lowering the vibration just by covering the sky with shit, Murray. Blocking the sun from us. We're not getting the UV. We're keeping the frequency low. Yes, we do. Moi Aussie. And you're asking if we have chemtrails in Australia. You're not in Australia? We sure do. They're more stealthy here though. We don't get big tic-tac-toe patterns all over the sky. They do short ones and stop. They do rockets. Looks like rockets. They go straight up. Oh, you're in America? Yeah. Yeah, they're not as obvious here. Europe and America is crazy. Yeah, you'll usually only see, you'll be lucky to see one line. They do small ones. I think quite often they do it before sunrise. And it'll be across the horizon from where the sun's going to rise. And you'll wake up in the morning and I'll get to work. And as the sun comes up, I'll see all the fucking cloud just fucking covering the horizon where the sun's going to come up. And then it all spreads out, and by the time the sun does come up, you can't see it. Always block the sunrise. And we just end up with a fucking milky white haze covering the whole sky. Just be like one massive white blanket of shit. You can't see any blue sky. That's common. If we get blue sky. Hi, Nicole. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Same homegrown. Same here. You'll get 1 or 2 days of blue sky, and then you know you're going to get bombed. You know it's coming. And the weather will change as well. It'll be perfect weather for 2 days, and then they'll just start bombing. That's on the second day, you know. And then the weather will change on the day after that. You know, you'll get storms, lightning, wind, strange storms. You'll get hail. You know, you'll get hail out of nowhere. There'll be no storm clouds anywhere, just white shit everywhere. Then it'll just be like hail. It'll come down for like 10 minutes, and then it'll just stop. Oh, we get pink, Mari. Fluorescent pink sunrises and sunsets if there's enough crap in the air down here. Oh, 11 o'clock, Nicole. It's not past your bedtime, is it? Yeah, neon pink, yeah. Unless you're in a nightclub, it shouldn't be neon. Oh, yeah. You get a good view from the top of the hospital. Homegrown. How do you work in a hospital? Jeez, that must be hard for you. How can you give patients pharmaceutical medication? How can you possibly do that with your knowledge? I couldn't do it. Yeah, you get that too, yeah. It's not a coincidence, is it? Yeah, I bet, homegrown. I bet. You have to give them some tips. A hint here and there, eh? Get onto the cannabis oil. Stop poisoning yourself with fucking shit. Pharmaceutical medication, man. There's nothing good about it. The only thing good hospitals are good for is fixing you when you need to be fixed, when you're broken. I bet you do. That's good. I reckon. Yeah, that's good. I'm sure you do. There's no point having knowledge if you can't share it, is there? Especially if it's going to help people. Crow 777 had an interesting interview with a cannabis researcher and promoter, homegrown. Episode 105 on Crow 777. It's called Plants Are the Carriers of Life Essence, Carriers of Life Essence, Medicine from Plants. That was the title of the video. It's very good. Yeah. I don't think there's any more real wealth than health. Yeah, it's got to be connected to aluminium, doesn't it? Dementia, Alzheimer's, yeah. We're being poisoned. I'm glad I woke up to a couple of health suggestions, which I got from Russian vids, actually. Flaxseed oil is a good one, and apple cider vinegar. They're really good. Asbestos, oh yeah. Yeah, well, it's no surprise mental health's through the roof, is it? If people actually believe what they hear and see. No wonder people are stressed out, you know. They think there's a terrorist around every corner, you know. It's true, isn't it? We're just filled with fear, just attacked with. I mean, why would anyone with any sanity watch the news daily? You know, if you believe it, you wouldn't want to watch it at all. It's just depressing. Death, destruction, murder, disease, famine, earthquake, tsunami. How many good stories do you ever hear of? We know they're all reading from the same script. Oh, yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah. There's a pill for everything. It's getting that way here. It's not as bad as America, I don't think, but kids on Ritalin, that's crazy. Children should definitely not be on mind-altering substances before they develop, you know? It's ridiculous. Yeah, it never ends. It's always fear, 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 as Truth Virus says. Yeah. There's a drug for every problem. That's right. That's right, Nicole. Well, they've got their own made-up diseases too, haven't they? They just pull these diseases out of their ass and they say, oh, we've got a treatment for that. It's never a cure. We can treat that. How much money do they raise for all these diseases, cancer and all this other shit? Been raising money forever, but they can't fix anything. They can't solve the problems. Yeah, Murray. I think a lot of wisdom comes through pain, doesn't it? Through hardship. I don't think anybody becomes wiser by having an easy life. Just having a nice, easy ride. That's crazy. Crazy, homegrown. Oh, man. I can't believe it. I'm sure Americans are worse. They'd have to be the worst. But it sounds like England's catching up. Crazy. We haven't got pharmaceutical ads here. We're not allowed to advertise. Best friends. Can't be best friends. What about BFF? Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the same here. Yeah. Yeah, just smoke up, homegrown, smoke up. That's what I do. Bit of this, bit of the green vitamin. Not too much. I'm a lot more health conscious than I ever used to be. I gave up meat. First I started with, I stopped eating chicken. I stopped eating red meat. I only ate chicken and fish. They're the only meat that I ate for 2 years. And then after becoming a bit more spiritually enlightened, I decided I just couldn't do it anymore. I don't want to be responsible for pain, death, misery of other sentient beings. So I said no more. And yeah, it's all part of health. I mean, if you're putting negative energy into your body, it's not gonna be a good result. Yeah, children definitely shouldn't be poisoned. It's ridiculous. I think it's got to do with parents not wanting to be parents anymore either. Haven't got time, you know. Too busy working. They're in daycare, they're at school, you know. Everybody's got to work to pay the bills. They haven't got time to be real parents, you know. The school, the school's in charge, you know. A child could say something to their teacher, and the community services can come around and take the child away, just from one comment, you know. It's ridiculous. What? Yeah. Jeez, I'm being spied on. Yeah. What's wrong with best friends? You're not allowed to have best friends? That's crazy. Has to be equal friends. Everybody's your best friend. Obviously, you're not going to be best friends with everybody. There's going to be people you like and people you don't like. Yeah, that's crazy. Cool. Too cool for school. What? Yeah, well, I think my mother helped me out a lot. She told me to get out of the house, go and play, ride your bike. When it's dark, come home. Yeah, and I grew up all right. No drugs. Not until I got older. Yeah, that's right, Murray. No difference worldwide. It's the same system. Apparently, your children don't belong to you, they belong to the state. Isn't that what they tell us? Well, in Australia, for people who don't know, if you don't vaccinate your child, you're not entitled to any child family health benefit, and your child cannot be enrolled in school or kindergarten. And doctors who provided medical exemptions have been disbarred. Is that the word? Deregistered, I should say. That's legal, lawyers. Yeah. And get your vaccine, and they have to keep up. They have to keep up with the program. They have to have the right amount. Yeah, it's evil, mate. And our Prime Minister and his wife, they're both shareholders. They're both shareholders in the company that makes the vaccines. There's no conflict of interest there, is there? What do you think about that? He's also a shareholder in the... no, not yet. Oh, you're lucky. He's also a shareholder in the weather manipulation services. Geoengineering. He's a shareholder in that as well. And he's the ex-CEO of Goldman Sachs, Australia. And he works for the banks, and his job is to bankrupt the country. Thanks for dropping by, Nicole. Take it easy. Yeah, that's right, Murray. Yeah. You'll actually, there's a doctor that was on Vaxxed. You know the channel Vaxxed? Does anybody know about that? There was a doctor that spoke about bypassing the vaccine legislation and writing exemption letters for people. He spoke at a vaxxed meeting that was held at a town hall in Melbourne, at a town hall. And once that video was released, that's when they deregistered him, attacked him, took him to court, and totally tried to destroy his career, but he doesn't care. His name's Greg something, I can't remember his name. I've got it in the paper. But yeah, but there's a lot of people who know what's going on, and they're not doing it. They won't allow it. They won't poison their children, even if they have to homeschool. I don't know how much of a thing that is here in Australia, but I know it's starting to happen worldwide. Yeah, you were saying, Murray, it's good. You know, obviously knows what's going on. I'll be back in a second. Just a second. Where is it? There it is. It's all right. I'm back. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, what do you do? It never used to be this grey. Yeah. Innocent bystander, yeah. Oh, apparently, it was a couple of years ago, there was a lot of homeopathic doctors, well, doctors who prescribed homeopathic medicines, who were concentrating on curing problems and diseases, were mysteriously died. It was like 100 of them, like a couple of years ago, all in a short period of time. Does anybody remember that happening? I don't think that was by coincidence. Just rolling a doobie. Brothers and sisters. So yeah. Brother's very enlightened apparently. He knows a lot about what's going on. Yeah, mate. That's why I'm mad. Reefer madness. It's anything keeps me sane. Oh, you both need to work together, Mari. You're both right. You're both right. You need to collaborate. Spirituality is just as important. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, not humans having a spiritual experience. This is just our flesh suit. Our spirit is who we are. Geez, 99 minutes. Look at that. Get the hobby bat up in a minute. 100. There's a cricket joke for you, homegrown. Oh, 4 thumbs down. Someone doesn't like me. As soon as it went to 100 minutes. I don't think I had any thumbs down until then. When 100 minutes, 0 thumbs down, 99 minutes, then 59 seconds, and then 100 minutes, 4 thumbs down. Same time. It's good to have fans. What would I do without them? Good on you, Moy. So how did you get Moy Aussie if you're American? How does that work? You have to explain. As Pauline Hanson would say, please explain. Still says 5-0. I got 6 and 4. That's awesome, Murray. You'd have to be the only bloke I know. Oh, right, okay. Not me too. Yeah, me neither. Hashtag me neither. Sick of this shit. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, he looked at my ass 30 years ago. Me too in French. Oh really? So they took his plates, Murray. What was that? Made him pay for it. He's the only person I've heard about it in Australia doing that. I know it's big in Europe and America. People having their own number plates, and they got their own handwritten driver's license for a piece of common law literature explaining why they are free to travel on the land, not needing a driver's license because they're not registered, they're not a corporation, they're not operating as a business. They're just travelling freely. The Queen's consent to make the laws, not legislation. Yeah. He's travelling, that's right. Yeah, I know how it works. I studied that. Yeah, I studied a lot of that. But yeah, you have to look long and hard to find any Australians challenging the Australian law when it comes to driving. I think I've seen one. Maybe 2. And the cops are bemused. Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot in America, and I've seen them in Scotland, England, I think. America's the most I've seen about it, travelling. And in some states they get away with it because they know what common law is. You know, they know the sovereign citizens. They've been warned. The Australian police have been warned about sovereign citizens, saying that they're dangerous and they could be a threat and they're terrorists. You can't trust them. They're known to be armed and dangerous. These sovereign citizens. Fucking bullshit. There's no lenient states in Australia when it comes to law, legal, legislation, government fucking laws. It's actually the original law, Mari. It's the law of the land. It's you know, it's above. It's based on the Bible. It goes back to the Bible. You know. Victimless crimes. Yeah, right, innocent bystander. Yeah, you have to give it all away, don't you? Really, if you're going to claim to be a sovereign citizen, you have to give away all your documentation that puts you under their legislation. Because if you're attached to it, you have to abide by it. You can't sidestep it. Yeah, you have to give it away, all of it. Driver's license, birth certificate, all of it. You've got to hand it all back in, cancel it all. It's a big step. Yeah, it starts with the birth certificate, Murray. Yeah. That's when they claim your soul. You become a corpse, a dead man. Yeah, corporation certificate. Yeah, well, that's what corporation. A corpse is a corporation. It's like when you get summons. You get summons to court to go to court. You can't summon someone who's alive. Yeah, then you got to pay for your death as well. That's right. Yay! Not me. I'm definitely not going to a fucking nursing home. That's not happening. Gonna get myself a little hut in the middle of the bush. I'll be right. Just go out there and die. Not gonna have someone wiping my ass for me. That's not happening. That'd be. Anyway, thank you all you nice people for dropping in. I might do another one later on, maybe tomorrow. Oh, mate, all the call centres, Murray, all Indians. They're not in India though; they're here. I've seen them. I've seen them in Melbourne. You see all these Indians all walking around one part of the city in Melbourne, all these office blocks are. That's where the call centres are. You know? Originally they weren't, but they are now. They're all here. All the, customer service, which you can't understand them, so they can't give you any customer service. Because they don't speak English, or not well enough. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have any, Murray. I don't have any insurance. I don't live in fear. I've always been that way. I only had car insurance when I had to. Excuse me? You are a very rude man. Yeah, I've had problems with like internet before, and I tried to ring up, and I got the customer call center, you know, and you get past the computers, dial one, and you get pushed onto another one. If you do actually get to talk to someone, yeah, you can't understand them. I actually had one hang up on me. So, sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. They had to keep repeating. I couldn't understand him. I'm not being rude. I just don't understand you. I'm an English-speaking person. If you can't speak English, you can't help me. You know, what are you doing answering the phone? That's not customer service. I'm sorry. Medical insurance, no. We've got Medicare, which is government-funded healthcare. I've got nothing against the people, Murray. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. They're being used. They're being used as slaves everywhere. You know what I mean? They're driving trucks. You know, originally they were just driving taxis. Now they drive trucks. They work. They've always worked in, your 7-Elevens, your petrol stations. They do the jobs no one else wants to do. They're all getting ripped. They're getting robbed blind. Yeah, no, there's a lot of spirituality from India, Murray. I've discovered that. That's where it all started, wasn't it? There's a lot to it. The people are just pawns, you know. They're just being used and abused. They're another colonised nation as well. If they were left to their own devices, they'd probably be fine, wouldn't they? They've been pushed into the same system that we live in. Yeah, we can have private health insurance, but yeah, we don't have. It's not government funded, no. And yeah, a lot of people are dropping out of private health insurance too because they pay too much and they don't get the coverage when they need it. You know, they think they're covered for everything. They're paying a lot of money and then they still have to wait for a bed, or they don't get a private room. They don't get what they want. They can't choose the doctor they want. Everything they've been told they'll get, they don't get. So, and sometimes they're not covered for what they think they are, and they have to pay extra for certain things like dental or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, we pay a levy. A levy on our tax pays for Medicare. The more you earn, the more you pay. People who earn over $80,000 a year, if they don't have health insurance, they have to pay a $2,000 levy. Yeah. Oh, everything is going to be privatised, Mari. That's right. Yep. That's the way it's going. It has been for a while. Corporatisation, that's what it is. Yeah, similar. I think the difference, though, between Australia and America, if you're actually sick and you don't have health insurance, you still get treated. If it's an emergency situation, you'll still get treated. You don't have to have health insurance. You'll still get treatment. You'll still get seen by a doctor. It might take longer, that's all. If it's not emergency if you need surgery and it's not an emergency, you have to wait. You could wait up to 2 years for surgery. If you've got health insurance, you won't have to wait. That's the only difference, I think. So for older people who break their hips and they need hip replacement surgery, yeah. Sicko, yeah, I think I've seen that, yeah. If you need hip replacement surgery and you're old, you're suffering, that's not emergency surgery. If you don't have health insurance, you just go on a waiting list. They don't care. They hope you die so they don't have to fucking help you, you know what I mean? It's sick. And the hospitals are underfunded, overworked. As you'd know, probably the same where you are, homegrown. Yeah, CGU. Yeah, we've got CGU here as well. Oh, they don't care. It's all about money. If you haven't got it, if we, they do want to get rid of Medicare. They want to get rid of our protection, government protection. And we'll eventually end up being the same as America. It'll happen. Yeah. Yeah, it's happening everywhere. What they'll do is, I'm pretty sure they'll gradually start lowering the limit, the threshold for when you have to start paying a higher levy. Yeah. Because it's at $80,000 now, and they'll drop it down and it'll be 70, and before you know it'll be 60. It's like our retirement, our pension, our old age pension in Australia. It used to be 65. You could retire and claim the pension. They've raised it to 67, and the next step's going to be 70, and then it'll be 75, then it'll be 80. So most people will die before they even get to claim it. That's the way it's going. Yeah. Oh, they're all owned and controlled. Innocent bystander. They're all owned and controlled. They're all puppets. There aren't any politicians working for us. And the ones that think they can, they soon work it out. There's been plenty of good people who tried. They have. But they can't. You can't change the system. You can't, it's controlled. They're owned and controlled. They're just puppets. Everything else is just, you know, theatrics, a circus. When you watch Question Time in Parliament, you know, you hear some good retorts, you know, hear some intelligent things said, but nothing ever happens. Wow. Doing it hard. So you're underfunded to the max by the sound of it. Haven't got the basics to keep people alive. That's very sad. Yeah. Yeah, they cut a lot of that out. Workers' compensation. Yeah, a lot of it's a lot of injuries. You have to sue. You know, you have to sue through a civil court for compensation. You used to be covered under work cover driving to and from work. Not anymore. If you have an accident on the way to work, tough shit. Company doesn't care. Yeah, you got no right to claim against them. And we only get protection if you get injured at work. You only get protection for 2 years. And after 2 years, if your issue hasn't been resolved and you have no hope of rehabilitation and returning to work, the company just sacks you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I've seen it happen. It's not good. To an older guy, heard he's back at work, was given treatment, and the treatment made him worse, treatment given by the company, and he ended up not being able to work at all. But the 2 years went past and they just sacked him. Yeah. You get a lot of poor people there when you're homegrown. They won't be buying health insurance anytime soon, will they? So they rely on the system. That's what it is. Doesn't matter how bad it is. that's all they got. Oh. Giddy Sue. I don't think you were talking to me. Wow, I don't know if that helped or made me worse. I think it's some beer more than anything. Yeah, government don't care. It's all a puppet show. Alright, did I go through these? I did. I got down to here. Alright, we'll go through this again quickly. So, highlighted. Oh, it's 100% social engineering. Yes, it is. It's just designed to put a wedge between the sexes. Another divide and conquer strategy. That's all it is. It's not all it is, but they're also demonising men. It's part of destroying families, which goes along with the trans agenda as well, you know. You know, my two mummies, my two daddies, teaching children that in school as soon as they, you know, first grade. And teaching young boys how to have anal sex. They don't even know what sex is. You know? You get all these gay celebrities. It's normalised. And Sydney, Sydney's the gay capital of Australia. That's where the gay Mardi Gras is. It's huge. And straight people go along and watch it. Celebrities get behind it and go on floats and shit. They're not even gay. Politicians, police ministers, all sorts of idiots. Because it's cool, man. It's cool to destroy the human family, you know. Because that's their goal, you know. Part of their agenda is to depopulate. If we stop having children, if we stop natural families, we will depopulate because we won't be having any more. You know? There won't be any poor lesbian couples having babies, that's for sure. Ah, don't worry, Mari, he'll work it out. He'll work it out in his own time, Mari, don't stress. I was shy. Believe it or not, I was shy. I used to go to school dances and stand in the corner and didn't know how to talk to girls. But yeah, you get there. He's just probably still developing his personality. I'm sure he's just like you, Mari. I'm sure he's fine. He'll be alright. You develop your own personality and your own confidence in your own time. It's all, part of maturing. Oh, it is confusing now, yeah. I know. Well, it's good that it's girls that are interested in him. Be thankful it's girls. Yeah, the world is confusing. It's confusing for adults who think they know what's going on. Who don't. Oh, wow. We'd all still be dumbasses without the internet, though, wouldn't we? I know I would be. I've always questioned shit, but couldn't put two and two together. But I couldn't let 9/11 go. I had to find out about that. I had to get onto the internet to work out what happened on that, and that was the start of me questioning shit. Definitely, just did not add up. You know too much. Never stop learning, mate. Never. But yeah, it's a work in progress. That's for sure. It's only a couple of years ago I still believed in voting. I still voted. Thought it was real. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. You'll probably meet some hot girl on there, Mari. She'll beat his ass in a game and he'll get her phone number. Yeah, gaming's huge for kids, I know that. Even for adults, I know adults who play it. I work with blokes who play online games. Yeah, Bernie Sanders, yeah. He did have an internet girlfriend. Cool. Yeah, I thought Ron Paul, I thought he was real. That's when I was still in my Alex Jones phase. That's where I started. But I thought he was legit. And that's when Alex Jones was saying, you can't trust any of them. They're all controlled. They're all owned and controlled. That was before Donald Trump came along. Yeah, I learned a lot from Alex Jones. Yeah, that's right. It's all a show, Mari. Yeah, I know. No, you can't trust any of them. Not at all. Especially Trump. Jesus. He just doesn't make any sense at all. He's a laughingstock. People who believe in the system think he's an idiot. WWF. That's what it is. That's right, Mari, it is. Yeah, Truth Virus gave me that analogy and it made a lot of sense to me. That's what it is. It's just wrestling. It's just fucking entertainment. Donald Trump's Ric Flair. I don't know what Hillary Clinton was then. Maybe she was Randy Savage, Macho Man. I don't know. But yeah, that's more believable than politics. Even when they bleed for 20 minutes and don't die. I worked that out a while ago, but yeah, there's a lot of similarities, definitely. Anyway, geez, I've been doing this for 2 hours. That's amazing. Anyway, I might clock off here. Thanks everybody who jumped on and had a chat. Yeah, no, he was lined up a long time ago, Murray. Yeah, he was involved in wrestling, wasn't he? He smacked out Vince McMahon back in the day. He's been in the limelight for a long time. You're fired! You're fired! I still haven't heard him say it since he's been president. What about the Simpsons episode? What was that, 1993 or 4 or something? It was exactly the same thing. After he became president, coming down the escalator, the guy on the next to the balcony drops a flag, exactly the same. He's wearing the same suit, same coloured tie. Wow. You think that's a coincidence? Has everybody seen that? Even people who didn't know what was going on saw that. They went viral, that shit. They just put it out there. They're putting it in your face. There's no coincidences. There's no mistakes. That's what I've worked out. There's no mistakes. I used to think they made mistakes with the hoaxes, you know, the psyops. They weren't mistakes. They don't make mistakes. Everything that gets put out there is on purpose. Always has been. No one's arguing, divided. Divide the family, divide friends, divide everybody. Over everything, you know. I wish we could come together and stop war, you know. One good reason not to pay taxes is you don't want to support war. I like that. That's a good reason. I remember when the Iraq War started, everybody went ballistic. People protesting in the streets all over the world. What happened to that? That died off, didn't it? Didn't last long. A couple of years later, we had the Occupy movement. Yeah. Well, you'd know as well as I would, Murray, that through Hollywood and American TV series and shows, we've been given this idea of, you know, the way the Western world's supposed to be, and we've adopted all the American ideas, you know, they all started there, you know, and we've all become Americanised, colonised, but I'd say it's a more Americanised. I've noticed it happening, geez, for a long time, geez, since the 80s. It's yeah, well, we started losing our own culture, you know. Oh yeah, and it's nothing against the people of America. It's just the way that the system works. They want us all to be that way, you know, to all have that hive mind, you know, all think, act, dream the same dreams, you know, have the same visions of the way life should be and what you should aim to achieve, you know. You're not going to be happy unless you've got this, you need to have the big house, you need the new car, you need the good job, you need good money, you know. And whatever you do, don't stop buying shit. Buying shit you don't need with money you haven't got. That's what shopping centres are for. I can't stay in shopping centres. I walk in, I start getting stressed out. I can't deal with it. There's too many stupid people walking around looking for something to spend money on. Yeah, I was born in 1970, Murray, so yeah, I've grown up through the 70s, the 80s. When I first came to Melbourne in 1987, I was a lot different than what it is now. It was a lot more laid back. The only place you'd ever see crowds of people was in the city. If you went anywhere else, you wouldn't see crowds of people. Unless you're at a sporting event, you know. But you went to a shopping centre, you wouldn't see thousands of people. The car parks weren't full, you know. It's the only reason people go out. They only go out to spend money. We have to be good consumers to keep the GDP up. And I actually found out what GDP actually means. It's stands for gross domestic product, but it's all the buying and selling combined, not taking into account profit or losses or costs. It's just total buying and selling in the system for the country, you know. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Man, we're all judged by our credit rating. I go out of my way intentionally to fuck mine up. I pay my bills late. I have no credit cards, no finance, no debts. But yeah, I go out of my way to pay my bills late, apart from my rent and my internet. I'll pay on time. But everything else, they can wait. I'll wait till they send me nasty letters threatening to affect my credit rating. We're going to be disconnected. Yeah, right. It's all bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, you do, Murray. It's right. We have knowledge now. They're trying to take that away from us too. It's amazing how many things have disappeared, how much information, how many videos have been taken down, just scrubbed. Information that used to be readily and freely available is gone. It's been removed. Some things can't be found anymore. You just get mainstream. Every video, I've noticed that a lot. Try searching for any video, any title of a video with the word hoax attached to it. You'll get nothing. There's nothing out there. There used to be thousands. It used to be going up every day. Oh, every time a fucking hoax happened. And then people started using the word psyop. It's in the algorithm, you know. People are very careful about how they title their videos now. Yeah, you got to be prepared, Murray. That's right. Don't be scared. Just be prepared. It's nothing to fear except fear itself. And we have nothing to fear. Yeah, that happens too. It sure does, more Aussie. Yep. Yeah, Richie from Boston. He's got the lawyers. He's got the great lawyers. You get that. Richie from Boston. The channel got taken down and then he got it put back up again because so many people complained. And he's got good lawyers. Moi. Finnish word, is it? Yeah. It means, is it my? or mine, or me. It's like moi, isn't it? In French, similar to that. Me in French, moi. That's right. Yeah. No, the Catholic Church is behind a lot of things, isn't it? Oh, for sure. They actually train all high-ranking politicians, anyone who's going to get to the top. They're Jesuit trained. They go to Jesuit colleges, Jesuit universities. Yep. Yeah, all of our prime ministers have been Jesuits. Bob Hawke was a Rhodes Scholar. He's been a couple of Rhodes Scholars. And yeah, that's not good either. Cecil Rhodes, named after Cecil Rhodes. Same. Good to see we're learning. Sharing and learning. That's what it's all about. I might cut it off, people. Thanks for joining me. All right. We'll talk to you next time. I reckon I'll do another one tomorrow when I get bored. Yeah, Bob Hawke. Yeah, I know. Piece of shit. I know. He was my favourite too. That shattered me when I found that out. Yeah, nice chatting to you, my Aussie. Take it easy. Oh, Alice in Wonderland. Good night. Nice to see you here. We'll talk next time. All right, midnight there. That's my time, isn't it? So you're here, okay. Yep, see you, innocent bystander. All right, people. Catch you later. See you, Murray.